Well, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Kevin Dias, and I appear before you today on behalf of the Fatima Center, founded by the late Father Nicholas Gruner. Our mission is to promote the full message of Our Lady of Fatima. And when I say full, I mean not just the important pious aspects of the message, the praying of the Rosary, the brown scapular, the first Saturdays, but also the prophetic parts of the message of Fatima, the consecration of Russia, and the release of the full third secret of Fatima. My friend Christopher Ferrara will be addressing you tomorrow in depth on behalf of the Fatima Center, so I will limit my remarks before you now. My fellow panelists have very ably set out the many evils and challenges that we face today. But what is the solution to those evils and challenges? The only solution to the crisis in the Church and the world is obedience to the message of Our Lady of Fatima, both by the Church as an institution and perhaps even more importantly by us as individuals. Deep down, all of us know that things are too far gone in the Church and too far gone in the world for any human solution to be effective. Do any of you in the hall really believe that a new pope, a new president or prime minister, or a new political program will save the day? We need heaven's solution brought to us by Our Lady of Fatima in 1917. And that solution is the triumph of the Immaculate Heart. The message of Fatima certainly does involve the consecration of Russia by the Pope and the bishops of the world, which we as lay people cannot cause to happen directly. But everything else about the message of Fatima makes demands upon us as lay people. Fundamentally, Fatima is a recognition that we are engaged in a spiritual battle against principalities and powers. It is a call to true conversion of us as individuals, rooting out areas of sin in our lives and devoting ourselves to penance and reparation. Now, it is said that we as Catholic lay people get the Pope and bishops we deserve. And if that is true, then sadly, with the exception of Bishop Strickland, Cardinal Mueller, and a few other prelates, we must accept the unpleasant fact that we deserve the situation that confronts us. The good news is that means we can change things by changing ourselves and by living the message of Fatima. By doing so, we can obtain the graces necessary for the Pope and bishops to consecrate Russia to Our Lady's Immaculate Heart. Now, I will leave it to my friend Mr. Ferrara to tell you how to live the message of Fatima in depth. But before I conclude, just two comments in response to questions posed earlier to Bishop Strickland. One questioner asked about the consecration of Russia. I think I can paraphrase her question. If Pope Francis consecrated Russia in 2022, then why are we on the brink of World War III today? And the short answer is Pope Francis's 2022 consecration did not fulfill the request for the consecration of Russia made by Our Lady of Fatima. And Mr. Ferrara will get into details tomorrow on exactly why that is. Stay tuned. Another question raised was on the issue of the prophecy that our Lord gave to Sister Lucia of Fatima in 1931 in Rianjo, Spain. And that prophecy may give us an indication of the timeline current events are on. Again, Mr. Ferrara will elaborate on this prophecy tomorrow, but the import of it is that the 100th anniversary of Our Lady's requests for the practice of the first Saturday devotion and the consecration of Russia may be an inauspicious time for the Church and the world, an extremely inauspicious time. And the 100th anniversary of Our Lady's request for the first Saturday devotion is in December 2025. So we're about 2 years away from that. And the 100th anniversary of Our Lady's request for the consecration of Russia is June 2029. And the period between those two dates is 3.5 years, which of course has biblical significance. We have then reason to believe that unless we fulfill the Fatima message in the near term, very bad times lie ahead for the Church and the world. The prophecy of Rianjo, combined with the crisis that we are all living through, makes it clear there is a great urgency in fulfilling the Fatima message. Now, Sister Lucia said, we are living in times of diabolical disorientation. No one can deny that characterization. And because of that disorientation, and that disorientation that affects us all, we must be gentle to one another, our fellow Catholics with whom we may disagree. At the same time, as both Bishop Strickland and Cardinal Mueller urged on us earlier today, we must be joyful and we must stand for the truth. The hour is late, but it is never too late to turn to Our Lady for help. Her Fatima solution is the only solution. Our Lady of Fatima, pray for us.